Hello and welcome to Chatting It Up with LMH Mag, and I am here with Leon Frager, one of Miami's well-known creative directors.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Leon.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, basically, I'm a creative director. I'm a fashion stylist. Well, let me explain what a creative director is first and foremost. Creative director is the person that is in charge of the visuals that you see, be it a fashion show, a photo shoot, a designer's collection. I come up with hair, makeup, I choose the models, I select the location. So anything pertaining to what you visually see, I'm the person that comes up with the entire concept.
So how did you get started in this?
I actually was born with this.
Oh.
Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
Toot. Okay, tell us about that.
My grandmother was she was a fashionista.
Okay.
She had style, class, flair, pizzazz. She was known for the way she dressed, the way she looked, her hair. So I picked up from all of that from her. She was one of the stylists for the Miami Vice TV series.
Oh.
And so she would constantly take me on the set, and I would be around all of it. I started out as a child model, did Colgate commercials and all these little things. So my agent said he needs to sing, act, and dance. So I went to the performing arts thing, did the dance, did the singing, did the acting, but I enjoyed making people look good.
Okay.
So I started getting recognized for that in high school. Well, actually in elementary. I produced my first fashion show in elementary. It was my 3rd grade class.
Oh my!
And then after that, I produced my first rendition of the musical Cats. I came up with all the costuming, the makeup, the hair. I came up with every single thing.
And what grade was this?
3rd grade.
Third? Oh my goodness.
3rd grade. Fashionista in training. It's right.
So tell us about the reviews.
Oh, well, I've been featured in the Miami Herald 3 times.
No. The reviews from the 3rd grade fashion show.
Oh, well, let me tell you about that.
Okay.
Not to toot my own horn again, but toot.
Toot?
The teachers, the principal, Ms. Maxine Sconiers, she was amazed. She didn't think that a child could actually create what they created.
Okay, give credit to the school.
Yeah, of course. Broadmoor Elementary.
Okay.
Broadmoor Elementary. Maxine Sconiers was the principal then. Everything I didn't know how to sew. So we hand stitched every single piece.
Oh.
So we would cut the fabric, we would patch it together, hand stitch it, put it with crazy glue. We didn't know no better at the time. We didn't know any better at the time. But it came out really good. Everything came out good. So I was pleased, I was happy, and I knew that's something that I wanted to do. But at the time I more so enjoyed dancing. So I danced a lot. I did a lot of dancing, did all the Alvinelli, all that other stuff, but fashion, it was where I was supposed to be.
Okay, so after that, what was your next show?
I went to performing arts elementary, middle, and senior high. So we danced, we sang, we acted from beginning grammar school all the way to senior high.
Okay.
So I constantly did shows, constantly did choreography. I was the costume director when I got to senior high school. Well, actually, 8th grade, they assigned me costume director for the entire PAVAC Performing Arts Network with Miami Northwestern Senior High School, Charles Drew Middle, and Charles Drew Elementary. So I was assigned the costume director, and I was over selecting the costumes for all the choreography for all the shows that we did. So that was one of my responsibilities, as well as a choreographer and a dancer.
Okay.
Then after graduation, I moved up to New York, and I saw the fashion tent, and that's when the fashion board came back. It came back to me. I told my roommate at the time, I said, I'm going to end up in that fashion tent.
Now, what's the fashion tent?
Oh, that was New York Fashion Week in Bryant Park.
Okay.
I told her I'm going to end up in that tent. She said, Leon, you can do it. Trina Robinson, who always believed in me from day one, she said, Leon, you can do it. I found a company that did all the backstage productions, all the styling for all the designers. I wrote them a letter, sent them an email. I called the office. She said, send in your resume. I faxed my resume. It would not go through for some particular reason. I sent it like 5 or 6 times. It wouldn't go through. I called, she wouldn't receive it. So on my lunch break, at the time in New York, I didn't have a lot of money. I walked 30 blocks.
Oh, wow.
To submit my resume over to this company. She saw the determination that I kept trying to get it in. She was like, "You actually walked 30 blocks?" I was like, "Yes." She said, "You didn't catch the train?" I said, "Well, I didn't have, enough money to catch the train." Months passed. Christmas holiday came, and I was going to come home to Miami from New York because I was missing my family. I missed my flight. I'm crying, sad, depressed. I get a phone call from Audrey Smaltz and the ground crew saying, "Leon, we want to hire you to work New York Fashion Week and to work with us as one of our stylists." So I was like, you know what? I was sad. And she was like, "Well, what's wrong?" I said, "Well, I missed my flight to go back home." She said, "Well, had you missed your flight?" Because I didn't have a cell phone at the time, so she called the home phone.
Yeah.
So she said, "Had you missed your flight, you would have gotten this call."
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
So I was like, you know what? God is good. And from then on, it was the rest is history.
So when did you leave New York to come back to Miami?
I came back to New York the day before 9/11. I was supposed to fly back 9/11, but I got an earlier flight, 9/10.
Oh, the Lord is good.
God, I'm telling you, God is good. God has been watching me. God has blessed
goodness.
me. God is good.
Wow.
Yes, He is
So
good.
what crossed your mind the day after?
I got a call. My friends kept calling because they thought I was coming in 9/11.
Right.
So, and I didn't answer my phone because I was tired. I was asleep. So then my friend Monica Smith called, and she was like, "Leon, look at the TV." I was like, "What's going on?" I turned it on and I saw what was happening. She said, "God is good." And I did, at the time I didn't put it together. I was like, "What are you talking about?" She said, "You're supposed to fly back today." Even though you weren't catching any of those flights, you never know what could have happened to you.
That's the second time something good happened to
God,
you.
I'm telling you,
flight.
God is good.
All right, so when you got back here, what did you do?
I came back and took care of my grandmother who was ill. She was she got a tracheotomy. She was deathly ill. We had to rehabilitate her, teach her how to walk over again, and do all these things. So I was there taking care of my grandmother at the time. I wasn't working at the time. I was just, being a home nurse basically for my grandmother, taking care of her the way she took care of me.
Right.
Then I got a job at a production company. I started out as a receptionist, ended up being the operations manager of the production company for 4 years. And that was when the Miami Herald did their last article on me at the production company. Okay,
so tell us about the articles that they done.
My first article was in 1990. It was a write-up. It was when the musical Serafina came in town, and we did the musical Serafina. They came to my home school, Miami Northwestern. We did a performance, and they loved the fact that a hometown boy was able to do something like this and bring it back home. So that was a great feeling. The second one was in 2001 when I did the Black Hot Designers collections. It was for Jay-Z, P. Diddy, Tracy Reese. It was a touring fashion show of black designers, up and coming. And I was one of the stylists at the time. And they did the little story on me then, because it was when fashion was kind of at the emerging breaking point, when black designers were really stepping in and trying to take over and trying to make some type of moves. So I wanted to be a part of that movement.